Is there a NumPy function to return the first index of something in an array? I know there is a method for a Python list to return the first index of something. Is there something like that for NumPy arrays?
Yes, given an array, and a value, item to search for, you can use np.whereas. The result is a tuple with first all the row indices, then all the column indices. For example, if an array is 2 dimensions and it contains your item at 2 locations, then would be equal to your item and so would be.
If you need the index of the first occurrence of only one value, you can use non-zero, or where, which amounts to the same thing in this case. If you need the first index of each of many values, you could obviously do the same as above repeatedly, but there is a trick that may be faster. The following finds the indices of the first element of each subsequence. Notice that it finds the beginning of both subsequence of 3s and both subsequences of 8s. 1 1 1 2 2 3 8 3 8 8. So it's slightly different than finding the first occurrence of each value. In your program, you may be able to work with a sorted version of T to get what you want.
You can also convert a NumPy array to list in the air and get its index. For example, it will print 1.
Just to add a very performant and handy number alternative based on NP, don't enumerate to find the first index. This is pretty fast and deals naturally with multi-dimensional arrays. This can be much faster, because it's short-circuiting the operation, than any approach using np.where or np.nonzero. However, np.argwhere could also deal gracefully with multi-dimensional arrays. You would need to manually cast it to a tuple, and it's not short-circuited, but it would fail if no match is found.
L.indexX returns the smallest I such that I is the index of the first occurrence of X in the list. One can safely assume that the index function in Python is implemented so that it stops after finding the first match, and this results in an optimal average performance. For finding an element stopping after the first match in a NumPy array, use an iterator, denumerate. NumPy array. Note that both methods index and next return an error if the element is not found. With next, one can use a second argument to return a special value in case the element is not found, for example. There are other functions in NumPy, argmax, where, and non-zero, that can be used to find an element in an array, but they all have the drawback of going through the whole array looking for all occurrences, thus not being optimized for finding the first element. Note also that where and non-zero return arrays, so you need to select the first element to get the index. Time comparison. Just checking that for large arrays the solution using an iterator is faster when the searched item is at the beginning of the array, using %timeit in the IPython shell. This is an open NumPy GitHub issue. See also, NumPy, find first index of value fast.